Kick this motherfucking muley. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey and his trusted savage, Mr. Lee Boom Boom Sayat, the director from Israel. It's another new episode of the Church of What's Happening Now. New Testament coming at you. It's September the 30th. It's over. Rent day tomorrow, and you're still looking at yourself thinking, what am I going to do? You know what I'm saying? I know what you're going to do. Nothing. What's up, dog?
Good to see you, dude.
Good to see you. Very interesting weekend.
I know.
Very interesting all the way around. People mad about comics going to Riyadh, wherever they're going over to Saudi Arabia.
Did they call you?
Huh?
Did they call you?
Oh, every day they called me to go to Saudi. Are you fucking kidding me?
I would love to see you at that festival.
No, you wouldn't, because they have a list of rules.
What are the rules?
I don't know. You can't say much. Listen, all I learned about this was online and comics hating. You know, people hating, like, why are they going over? Listen, man, they're going to pick up an envelope.
A big one.
A big one, okay? Your butt's hurt because you're not picking up an envelope. I don't know what to tell you. Is it against American policy? I don't know. Would I go? Me? I'm scared because I get to Saudi Arabia and the steak don't taste like steak. I'm getting back on the plane. That's all. That's why I don't travel, because I'm scared. I already went to Jamaica one time, and on the car ride, I remember looking at the chickens, and they were skinny as fuck. And I'm like, I'm not eating that shit. And I remember going to the hotel, and everything looked bad. I was shooting a movie, and everything was inclusive.
Right.
Everything was bad. And I'm like, where else can I eat? And they're like, McDonald's. And I'm like, no, we got to go right now. We're leaving. I left. They fired me.
Dude,
They fired me.
I got to be honest. They have oil money. I think the steaks are going to taste great.
Oh, no,
I think you're going to, the bacon's going to suck. There's no bacon.
Like, I saw a picture of Chappelle come in and somebody hands him something to drink. If that's a hummus shot, I got to throw it right back in their face. I can't eat that. That's against policy.
Why do they, do you really think they walk around giving people hummus shots?
Listen, I don't know. I just.
They might.
It's the problem with everything now is that everybody's got a fucking opinion. And everybody's got a complaint. You know, you can't go on YouTube no more. YouTube, my first page of YouTube is a fucking cry fest of who's selling out, who's woke, who's anti-woke, this comedy scene in Austin. It's and everybody's hating. Nobody's popping anybody up. Nobody's going, hey, man, this is what's going on. It's just 15 videos of fucking, you know, how everybody's doing everything wrong.
Well, it's sad, but like, you put up a video that says a comic gives love to all of his favorite comics. It'll get 6 views. Put up a video, so and so is a pedophile, or like whatever. Like that's gonna get 8 million views. It's the way it works.
But listen, man, people say shit on YouTube that they shouldn't, because there's a lot of people overstepping their. I don't know what people call them. Young kids call it something.
Staying out of getting in your lane or something?
No, when you put a video up and it really takes you somewhere else or something.
Oh, clickbait?
Something like that. I don't even know what it means. There's a couple of those expressions.
Right.
I just thought, it's like when you see an article and it goes, UFC fighter, but they show a picture of John Jones. Gets in trouble. And then you click it and it's really some fucking white kid in Iowa that got a DUI.
Right, yeah.
I don't know, you know, that type of shit. They do a lot of that. But still, my point is everybody's got a fucking opinion now. So everybody's going to have, and it seems like lately, in the world we live in today, people have more bad opinions than good things to say, especially on the internet. There's never, you know, and then if you do get good stuff, there's always that one guy that throws a curveball at you that you're like, where'd this come from? Like, where's this come from?
Mad about something from like years ago.
Where'd this come from? You're like, okay, they're mad at that. But like, you know, I just learned about the Riyadh Festival.
Right.
It was funny because I saw a big agent Saturday night, and I looked at him like, how come you're not at Riyadh? He goes, I'm not going over there. He goes, why, do you want to go next year? And I was like, I don't think so. I got no passport.
That, honestly, dude, that must have saved you so. I mean, I know it sucks you can't go to some places, but just to not even have that on your radar must be great. Because people they've done some crazy. It's like not a good place to take money from, but that they're also giving people. Like they had that golf league that was like hundreds of millions of dollars.
They gave the guy $100 million.
The soccer guy they gave $1
And
billion
probably like
to.
$500 million they gave him? Yeah, $500 million. And that's nothing for them.
Oh, yeah.
That's a piggy bank. And under the fucking table, they forgot about it.
There's no budget for anything. And I'm going to be honest with you. Are Abu Dhabi, and I know you probably don't know, but is Abu Dhabi and Dubai, are these all the same places?
Dog, I got an F in geography, all right? I don't know why you're asking me this shit.
Because who's the one that's sponsoring the NBA? That's Saudi Arabia too, and that's Riyadh. And like they're on every NBA like every NBA floor has Saudi Arabia, and I would love to have everyone thinks they have morals, but I have to be honest. If I got offered a $200,000 check to do stand up, that's kind of hard. It's hard to turn down. I'd like to think I would.
Remember we discussed a couple months ago for weeks the moment before. Listen, look up what's the guy who's dating the blonde chick from Kansas City?
Oh,
football player Travis Kelce.
Yep,
he got paid $10 million for an Ozempic shot. Okay, I want you guys to think about that, even at home. $10 million. You're sitting there, some guy calls you, $10 million to put your face on Ozempic. I don't know. Listen, I'm not talking about COVID vaccines. I don't want nobody to think I'm doing out misinformation. We're just talking here. We're just talking. With all the good and bad in the world that's going on with COVID and the vaccine, he took $10 million. What would you do, Lee? Now, if you were a guy that was making, $100,000 a year, that's one thing. But this guy's been getting paid. Okay, and at the middle of all that, he stopped. And, some people call it selling their soul. I don't know what he's got going on. Maybe he's got a mother that's sick. I know she's not. Maybe, because that's a mom that used to go to 2 games in one day. Like she would drive and then fly. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe he's got a niece with autism. Maybe he's got a nephew in a wheelchair. I don't fucking know. And that's what we don't know before we fucking assume of what the fuck is going on. I mean, half of the comics on that list have more money than God.
You think so?
So I can't imagine what they're giving them. But people have to, this is what the world we live in. People were pissed about the Haktua girl. We get pissed about anybody who, it's like that thing that they talked about in Godfather of Harlem when they started their black thing, their own black mafia. And he goes, it's like black people. And they should have said black people, because this is everybody. Once you're in a crew and the crab that's trying to get out of the bucket, they pull them down. And that's what it seems like to me on the internet these days. Like I saw something maybe 2 weeks ago about music. This is fucking Led Zeppelin. I just went to put Led Zeppelin on YouTube. And sometimes you hit the bar and it rolls up by mistake. And it rolled up and it was like, these guys suck. They wouldn't make it around today. And I'm like, why would you? That's Led Zeppelin. Even Led Zeppelin gets hate mail.
Yeah.
So if Led Zeppelin gets fucking hate mail, what does that tell you?
Hey, you should feel lucky to get hate mail.
How the fuck do you say? I mean, these guys put out 9 albums, 10 albums. I don't know how many albums they've sold. They had a song that they stole. It's controversial. They got away with it. I don't know how many kids got buried to Stairway to Heaven. From 1975 to 1990, every time you went to a wake, at least in Hudson County, they had Stairway to Heaven on.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. 1 million kids have died, and Stairway to Heaven. When my mom died, I played it. It's just a natural, stupid fucking thing you do.
That
was the #1 most requested song in the country for probably 22 or 23 years.
I get on the radio, but at a
song.
wake seems a little inappropriate.
Dog, I had motherfuckers that put Kiss on at a wake. They don't give a fuck. This is Hudson County, motherfucker.
Oh, Jews do it very differently.
Go to a Cuban wake. They got a salsa band, not a salsa album. They got 3 Cubans with conga drums, fucking, and a Moroccan, people dancing. And you're like, it's a fucking deathbed. But guess what? Not a bad idea.
No, they're having fun.
Because how sad can you be to sit there and cry when half-dressed women are playing and, people are sweating and shit?
Jeez, I hate that I'm asking you this, but I feel like you're gonna have a yes. Have you started planning? Like, do you have a plan for your funeral? Like, to
Yeah,
keep
I
it
want
cool?
them to burn me,
Oh, Jesus.
right, in a little box, and then we'll give out packages. We'll have, I told my wife I want a little ceremony where you give out an ash to everybody, and they get to take home like a mass card, but it's a picture of my balls on the mass card. 2 fucking balls in my prime, so you'll always remember who the fuck I was.
The documentary
Not
balls
this
or
ugly
like
face, not the no teeth, not the Trump ear, none of that shit, not my pigeon toe, not my fungi toe. You're gonna go home and have to put that on your refrigerator. 2 fucking Cuban nuts with that birthmark in the middle. How you like me now? Even from the grave, I'm haunting you motherfuckers. I'm getting 1,000 of those. So they're gonna be collector's items also.
that is gonna be nice. Are you gonna sign any?
No, I'm just gonna give them out, but there's only gonna be like 500 of them. It's like having a credit card from what's that restaurant that we go to in Brooklyn? What's the joint, the steakhouse where you walk over the bridge?
Luger's, yeah.
Huh?
Peter Luger's.
Peter Luger's. You ever got a Peter Luger credit card?
I haven't been there yet.
That's when you know you're a bad motherfucker, when you
Yeah.
throw that card down and go, what?
You know, have you heard like some celebrities, they've figured out so their wives get flowers every week? I like the ball card idea, but knowing you should have you should give like this company money, be like, just send them out to these lists of these addresses. Because can you imagine people getting it in the mail? A card and it's your balls like 10 years
Geniusly.
just still
Or like fucking Federal Express knocking on your door
yeah.
when you're in the shower. Dun, 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 dun. Bing bong, and you open it, it's a picture of my nuts. From beyond the grave. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That's genius. Bro, we should start that company. Where we fucking, that was the company in Things to Do in Denver when you're dead. You put tapes down, and then when your grandkids grow old and they want advice from you, you go down there, you put the tapes on.
Right.
And they showed the one guy, listen, treat women like shit, like I treated your grandmother. They're all pieces of shit. And you're fucking.
But this one is just pictures of your balls.
That's it, to everybody. Can you imagine it's your birthday and you get one of those Federal Express at your doors with my balls? Happy birthday from beyond the grave. That's the fucking card.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. That'll send you into fucking hysteria. How does he know? He's still alive. He's like that Cuban woman. He's in Cuba.
Yeah,
She finally died. The chick that shot the cop. Tupac Sands. She was
really?
hiding in Cuba.
Damn, I had no idea. She was hiding.
How long has she been hiding there? 70 fucking years. And they couldn't even go down there and get her out. What does that tell you?
That's fucked up. 70 years in Cuba.
But yeah, all those things. I don't want to plan my funeral.
No.
It's boring. It's fucking, but you want people to be alive. Like I went somewhere the other night. I went somewhere that should have been alive. I went to a comedy show, and I walked in the back, and it was like a Netflix shooting, and it was like a fucking church. And I had 2 joints of Moon Rock in my pocket. And I took about 20 minutes of that disaster, and I fucking asked one of the camera guys, I go, you got a lighter? He goes, yeah, you can't smoke in here. I go, dog, it's a fucking morgue in here. We got to set the herb man free. I just started smoking. People were looking at me like I had 3 heads. I was clapping by myself like an idiot. I took 2 of those fucking 500 milligrams, Cloud. I had 1,000 milligrams in me. I went to the first show, and then I shot over to fucking Smith & Walensky, and I devoured a split green pea soup
Nice.
with croutons in it. Then I fucking dug into the fucking the steak. I had some tuna tartare. Wasn't bad, but it's not my favorite, but it was good. I wanted the protein. You know what I'm saying? I'm out and about. I'm an old man. I need protein. And I got the fucking steak. And I smoked another Moon Rock, and I went back up there. And then things got deep, and I told the driver, let's go, motherfucker. And that was it. I was home by 11:15 Saturday night. I had to wait for Mercy. Mercy went to Great Adventure, and she got home at like midnight. I'm like, fuck, for a 12-year-old to get home at midnight? What did I do wrong? Yeah, I had to wait for her. I'm going to check her eyes, make sure she's not drinking and shit, you know.
Oh, she went with just her friends?
Yeah, like 10 of them. 10 little 8-year-olds.
Did you check her eyes?
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to see when she walks in the door. I want to see that she's not disheveled. You know, I want to make sure, because like that, if somebody does say something to me, I can go, oh, She's right. She walked in here like OJ after he killed his wife, all fucked up, eyes all over the goddamn place. Yeah, I can't have that.
Eyes like OJ.
No, you got to wait for your kid. And I have to let her know now that I'm going to be awake every time she walks in that fucking door. So I got to set a precedent today, not tomorrow, not threaten her with it. I didn't mind that she was out till midnight. Listen, what's the option? She's going to sit in that fucking room and watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine till midnight, and then come down and watch The Honeymooners till 1 with me. I'd rather her. She's only going to learn about life if I kick her out of the fucking house.
Right.
You know, to a degree. Her mother wasn't with her. Her mother had her own problems.
Was this the first
My
time
wife got her fucking teeth yanked out.
Aye.
She wasn't leaving the goddamn house at all. I had to keep bringing her back Carvel milkshakes because that's all she could eat for 2 days.
Did you get one for yourself?
The first day I went, I got a 12-ounce small, thin, and it's the owner, the Chinese guy. He knows how to make a shake.
Nice.
Velvet.
See, I finally found my first thick one in the city, but I don't want to leave the Mercy stuff. Was this the first time that you had to wait up for her?
I was nervous about it all night because I knew, first of all, she was punished. So when she came to me, she goes, Dad, a bunch of girls are going to go. And I go, listen, you got a fucking deferred sentence, which means if you fuck up again, I'm going to bang you out with the 2 weeks. I'm going to add another 2 weeks. And I'm going to take your phone. I'm going to jump up and down on top of it 80 times. So note, that's the fucking punishment if you fuck with me again, okay? So you could go have a good time. I offered her money. She goes, no, I got my own cash. She's out of her mind. She went down there. But when she came home, she had like a ripped shirt, like she was a spooky Halloween character. I don't ask. I just look for scratches and shit. I look at the nails to see if there was blood in them, whatever the fuck. Because God knows. So I just had to, listen, I believe in that shit. I know how I grew up, and I wish there would have been somebody there most nights. They would do surprise attacks. So I would always, and in those days, you come home, you're like, fuck, I just wasted that Visine for nothing. And some CK cologne or something, because you got to put cologne on, CK, you got to think a little bit of, and you couldn't get Listerine in small bottles then. Banaka or Scope.
Right.
And I wouldn't even spit it out. I just drink it because you know it's in your fucking testicles, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, but then I also, like, doesn't that also just prove you're guilty? Like, why else are you coming home smelling like mouthwash at 2 a.m?
I did always.
Oh, no, every kid does it. It's
but who the fuck knows? But you have to be prepared if they're awake.
Yeah, my eyes are just real bright
Sometimes
right now.
she knew I drank. So I could always blame it on, but she also knew I wasn't a drinker. She knew it from watching.
Your mom?
She's watched the refrigerator. There's no beers missing in my house. There's no alcohol missing. Every once in a while, somebody come over and I go, you want to pour some out and pour water in it or something? You know.
Right.
But no, I wasn't a drinker, so she trusted me with that. So if I had booze on my breath, she didn't give a fuck. She knew I only had one beer. And then she'd tell me, put the toilet next to your fucking bed because you're going to puke. Because she knew I was an alcohol puker.
Oh, damn.
That was the giveaway. I always got sick.
And you were 15 when your mom passed?
Yeah, 16. So
and
it was like 2 years before that I drank. One night I went to that kid who was here. I told you, the Villo, and they were drinking out of the garbage can. And I fucking woke up in a lawn a block and a half from his house. And I got woken up by a cop that we used to play basketball with that was a great man, but he wore colored socks. In the 70s, that was a no-no in our neighborhood. If you had sneakers on like these idiots today that you see with sandals on and colored socks, that's a beating in North Bergen. That was a
How severe of a beating?
Just a couple smacks to the face and go home and put the right socks on. Because even the high school threw you out. Because in those days, they said if you cut your foot, the ink from the sock would leak into the cut and you die.
Right.
So the fucking school even had a rule. No colored fucking socks. So like Spanish kids didn't want to do gym, so they wear like the Puerto Rican socks, like the Guinea socks with the fucking strings and shit. No gym. You get an F for the day. Hey, you weren't allowed to wear those shit. Now people wear black socks up to here with flip-flops. 20 years ago, they call you in an alley. Come here. I want to give you something.
I just want to make sure it's white socks.
White socks, always. So he used to, whenever he wore black socks, we would foul him. That was our thing. Whenever he wore the black socks, I know, because they're young. They don't fucking know the rules.
I've always worn black socks.
Yeah, I know,
black, gray. Well, the white ones get all stained.
Yeah, I know.
I've always worn
I
black.
got a pus stain by my fungi toenail.
You got a
don't
pus
see me
stain
with-
on your
no,
toe?
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I don't think it is
Levi.
a joke.
It's a joke. But anyway, whenever we'd play and he'd wear the black socks, we'd foul him heavy duty. Under the basket, we'd all jump on him and karate chop and shit. So he got the hint. He started wearing white socks. But he picked me up. He woke me up at 6 a.m. on Richie Sensulo's lawn.
And said what?
You're fucking drunk, Coco. You have to go home. And he put me in the cop car and he knocked on my door. And my mother answered the fucking door and she, what happened? I picked him up on the lawn. And my mother smelled the alcohol and the whole fucking deal. So
are you gonna be? Because like I grew up in a very strict house. Like none of that was cool. And then, like, I mean, you are who you are. Like, what if she came home smelling like something?
if I came home smelling,
No, what if she came home? Like, how strict are you gonna be? Are you gonna like? Is she allowed to drink? I mean, what do you? Now she's way too young, I would imagine. But
let me explain something to you. The children that are out today, at least in my neighborhood, and when I talk to parents, these kids don't do much. They're not looking at it like we did. It's not. Kids today aren't growing up with drugs around. Like kids, and like in my town, a lot of parents smoke pot. Don't smoke; they take gummies.
right.
That's in the 70s. It was mother's little helper. You know what I'm saying? So that drinking shit isn't like here. Remember, I grew up in a place where right across that fucking bridge, I get whatever I want at whatever fucking time I want. That's a very ugly concept to have in your mind when you're right here and you're 10 minutes away from the most outrageous city in the world at that time.
I know.
From peep shows to alcohol to drugs on the street to the village, you had this Central Park, McSorley's Ale House, Washington Square Park. You had this whole thing where it was drug kind of ridden in those days, you know? And I'm not saying there's no drugs in New York City. There's tons of fucking drugs. But it's not in your face no more. Like the kids are not.
I've heard that drinking's down for sure.
Drinking's down. Drinking's down. I guarantee vaping and smoking pot's got to be up at that age. I don't know. I'm not a fucking whatever, but
there's always going to be like people are going to find it. But yeah, I think you're right that probably stuff is on the way down. But everyone experiments.
Listen, she's getting exposed to it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. The best thing I'm doing right now, she's never seen me smoke, but she smells it. When you're exposed to it and you see the effects, like if she goes to school and they're like, marijuana causes narcolepsy and it causes this and it causes that and it'll make you, she's sitting in the back going, my fucking dad smokes every fucking day.
Right.
And he's tip-top magoo. He's functioning. He has a job. He does this. He goes to the gym. He talks to my mom. He goes to dates with my mom. I mean, what the fuck? So it was the same for me when I was growing up. And it was even worse in the 70s, the propaganda.
Right.
The anti-smoke. I had a godfather who picked me up every Saturday on his own merit and take me to Times Square and take me to a movie, and he'd take me to Tad's Steakhouse and he'd take me to see like girls dance, like even at a young age. You go, come on, you like girls, right? And I go, I don't know. Yeah, you like girls. But he always smoked. And all that happened to him was he'd giggle and his eyes would get red. And then he'd go to work on Monday through Friday and pick me up on Saturdays. So for years, you hear this rhetoric of what marijuana does to you. And I look at him and I go, I don't know what they're talking about. This guy didn't have long hair. He didn't play rock music.
Yeah, I get that. But I think there has to be a limit somewhere. Like you wouldn't want her smoking now, I don't think.
Fuck no, I don't ever want to smoke. I don't ever want her to do the things that I did. That's what you want for your child. Listen, in 6 years, she might be somewhere. She might start smoking when she's 16 or 17. But I doubt it. Because she's really into athletic shit.
Right.
And she was telling me one time, she goes, maybe you don't breathe good because all those years you're smoking that. They listen to that shit. It's a different child today. So you pray for the best.
Right.
You don't want them to get hurt and for them to get pain medication and then shoot the gap for heroin or something like that. These are things you want to avoid, but you see them. You see them as a parent. You see them as a human being. So all I want to do is, listen, I have to accept whatever happens. But I also have to monitor what goes on in my house. I came from a house where alcohol was king. I don't drink. Don't fucking tell me. I came from a house where there was a weapon in the house all the fucking time. I knew how to clean a gun when I was a kid. You don't see me carrying a weapon. I never shot up to school. I'm not have a violent past like that. So do you understand? Like, this is what's made me think about when you put it in front of kids. You know, if I have a fucking gun and you have to climb up and get on stairs and then open up a safe, maybe that intrigues the mind. I know it would intrigue me. If I get home at 3 and my father don't get home till 5, I'm going to try to get that fucking safe.
Right, of course.
And I know George has done it. We've all done it. We get intrigued and we look through our parents' shit and all that stuff. But when they know you have it, like, it's a big difference. I don't think I like alcohol because I was exposed to it at such an early age, at such a high fucking volume, that I was like, I don't ever want to end like that.
Right.
When I was 14, I would see my mother yell up for me at 8, and she would be making me breakfast or whatever, and at the same time, she'd be pouring a fucking Heineken in tomato juice.
Aye.
If she ate, she would do tomato juice. If she didn't eat, she'd do V8. You're a fucking alcoholic. I don't ever want to wake up at 8 in the morning and have to pour a fucking Heineken in tomato juice. And fine, she was a functioning addict.
Right.
She was out of the house 35 minutes later in the city, fucking buying records for the album, for the bar, ordering meat, whatever the fuck. But that's not the point. I grew up with that. Not that she was sloppy either. There was no slop. But I grew up with that. I don't want that in my house. There's no parties in my house. You come over to eat if you want. You come over to eat. I'm never going to say to you, let's get a keg of beer. I got a kid in the fucking house.
Right.
I got a kid in the house. I don't want my kid to wake up and see 3 people on the couch, cigarettes, fucking beer bottles. First of all, I don't like fucking beer bottles in my living room because somebody's going to spill it, and that shit smells like dick for 2 months. You ever go into a bar and you're like, this bar smells like alcohol and mildew?
Yeah.
I don't ever want that smell. I can't live with that. I'll burn that fucking house down. So I don't want her to be exposed to that party life where people, you know, she's going to eventually do it, but she knows it's there. We have neighbors who drink and they act fucking responsibly. So these are the things, like.
Well, it's interesting because, like, and it's nothing against my parents. I'm probably, if I'm ever a parent, will be stricter. But I've seen, like, when I went to Israel for the first time, drinking was 18, not 21. And having a beer was not as big of a deal. And, yeah, there were drunk kids, but it wasn't as, I don't know, it felt, like, scarier and, like, more intense here. Because you have to lie, you have to somehow get it. I think if I was going to do it, I would lean somewhere in the middle of, like, exposing them to it, maybe not being as okay with it as, like, I don't think I'd ever be the parent who'd be like, oh yeah, you can come here and drink.
All right, we
here.
got YouTube, Lee. You're going to have a fucking kid. And when they're 7, they're going to go on YouTube.
Oh, I know.
And they're going to accidentally find you. So here's the deal. Everybody has to react differently to the times, Lee. We're not living in the 70s no more where we were blind. I wasn't because I had crazy fucking parents, but everybody was blind. We didn't have the internet, Lee. Okay? There's a song by the guy who beat up the fucking other guy who was married to Carmen Electra. That idiot was married to Carmen Electra. He was in a band, Jane's Addiction. Jane's Addiction has an album, whatever. The second album is great. But the first album, it says it before the song, it's Caught Stealing. In Spanish, we have more influence with your children than you do. Okay? We have more influence with your children than you do.
The musicians?
Yeah. We have more access to your kids than you do. When I went to school, you went from 9 to 3. And you probably got home at like 4. You went to practice. Your parents saw you from 5 to 10. That's 5 hours a day. you were at school 6-7 hours a day.
And now the internet, you're with it 24 hours a day.
Now you got the internet. So even if I turn the internet off in my house, she's got a classmate that's going to tell her what was on that internet. Look at my fucking Instagram. So they're exposed to everything right now.
Oh,
It's a
1,000%.
different fucking world. So every day when she gets up, she's going to stroll and see it, fucko smoking pot. Snoop Dogg.
Right.
'Cause
Oh,
he's allowed to smoke pot on Instagram. She's not going to have those questions like other kids. When I take her to the dojo and she sees you guys drinking and sees people drinking, she's watching.
right.
She's watching because on the way home, she'll tell me. I introduced her to somebody 5 years ago when she was 7. And we were talking about him one night. And she looked at me and she goes, I know who you're talking about. He's the brother who smokes. And I almost lost my mind. She likes that brother out of all of them. She likes Joe Florentine the best because he's a dad. And he's got girls, so he knows how to speak to Mercy. They talk about the Rolling Stones and Mick Jagger. But she said it to me. She goes, and you should ask him to stop smoking, Dad. Like, how am I going to tell a grown man to stop smoking?
And it's amazing what sticks with kids.
So she's watching. She's listening. Because of her mother and me, she can't drink. I'm allergic and the mother's Indian. She goes off the fucking rails. When my wife has 3 drinks in her, that's not good. Her eye starts lurking. Fucking feathers start coming out of her head. She gets argumentative with you. That's why I don't drink with my wife.
Because it's only 3 drinks?
I don't drink with my wife. Never will. No way. And that's why I'll tell them. When I take my wife on a date, I go, I'm the designated driver. Go. And I'll fucking order her drinks until she gets lit. Then she has to catch herself and shit. Once she catches herself and she remembers she's a mom, then she'll stop. But I could still tell the rest of the night that she's up to something. Like I could tell, I could tell that she drank. Her eyes, she's Indian. So her eyes get,
they're up to something.
her eyes are blue and they get dilated so fucking much that it's like, that's how I could tell she's drinking. She don't ever drink, but she can't because she's fucking Indian. She gets sick. She starts boo-booing, rain dancing, the whole fucking deal. Let's take an interruption here for 5 minutes. Uncle Joey got a potty, and we got to talk to you about some special things, all right? We'll be back, Jack. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen, your gut has a massive impact on how you feel each and every day. Bioma keeps things in tip-top shape so you can feel your best no matter what life throws your way. Bioma's blend of prebiotics plus probiotics plus postbiotics helps restore healthy microbiomes. Now you're going to want to give Bioma a try and get things sorted down there. Listen, I went on it about 4 weeks ago. I feel tip-top magoo, all right? I go to the bathroom. I don't feel sluggish anymore. So if your gut is full of the wrong bacteria, get Bioma and get it together, Jack. Listen, it's not just about a smooth, regular digestion. Your gut can mess with your hormone levels, energy, weight management, and even lifespan. Take 15% off your Bioma order to get started. Just click the link in our show notes and press in code Joey, Joey. That's code Joey, Joey, for 15% off your order when you click the link in our show notes. I want to thank Bioma for sponsoring us. They got a great product. We're back, beautiful people. What's up, dog?
It was a great week, dude. I had a
Oh, that's right. You headlined last week. It was your first headline night
at the dojo. Yeah, it was crazy. Like I was thinking about the first time I did it. I featured for another comic named Andre Kim, and it was like a couple of years ago. It was before you did any shows there, and it was just cool to like be on the other side because like at certain points, like we talked about it, I think last week. I wish I was further along than I was, but to do that, and we had a great turnout. Like it was honestly, it was for me pretty full, so I was very happy about that. Everyone who did spots did great. It was a long show. They were a great audience. The club was happy, so it was a very just amazing night. I don't know. It was.
I know. I've been there, dog.
Yeah.
I know what those nights are special and how you go home all tingly and shit, and then the next day you're at an open mic following a guy with a tuba.
Oh yeah,
It's fucking great. It's your life is fucking great, you know. But I saw the pictures and I was very happy for you. Like I said, I didn't want to go because it was your night, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like people go, "Oh, you're gonna come to my show?" Not really, because as soon as I walk into your show, somebody's gonna come up to me and ask me for a fucking picture, whether
Right.
you're on stage or not. People have no clue. So that takes the attention. People are sitting there all night. All right, Lee's here. Is he going to go upstage? Is this guy going to go on stage? You know, I learned something this weekend about comedy. Well, I learn something all the time. And it's funny. Whenever I have a big gig now on the drive home, whether it's a big gig or a small gig, I should say, I always think about what made me get on that stage the first fucking time. Like, what fucking possessed me to get the balls and the audacity to think that I was funny enough to get on a stage. Like, that's been the question in my head for the last 7 or 8 months. Like, at 62 years old, what the fuck did I do that I got to find? Like, I never did anything right. Never did anything right, guys. Never. All my decisions were shit because they were drug induced. This was from somewhere completely different. And I really practiced it when I was in prison, of all fucking places. Like, that's when I said I wasn't even practicing, guys. I was just going up there and goofing. They call it goofing, whatever, when you just go up there. They would just go up there and talk to them. I would get on top of the table. There was no stage, you know.
Hmm.
And then in there, people were like, this is what you should be doing. I'm like, these guys are all losers. They're in a fucking federal penitentiary telling me my next career option. Are they you know, it's like, and I always think of that. And that's what you should think about. What really possessed me? And you're going to hit me. Everybody's like, well, I saw a Richard Pryor tape. No. What made you get in that fucking car that night? Go in there because it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. The first time, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. You know, it's what I was trying to say in the beginning of the podcast is that you have so many critics right now, but nobody really knows the journey. You know, everybody's criticizing this person, this comedy scene, this guy's anti-woke, this guy's R-rated, this guy's punching down, this guy's punching up, but nobody really knows the journey, and that's what pisses me off. I didn't want to talk about this, but I do have to add leverage to this because he's getting beat up right now in the press, and I thought about it. And it's my friend Theo Vaughn. I was there Saturday night, Lee. And I told him I was going to call you for the second show. And he goes, yeah, I want to see Lee. I heard you got engaged. So, you know, I spoke to him Thursday, and he said that if I wanted to come to the show on Saturday. Now, my weekends are fucking tough, guys. I got no time for fucking comedy. I don't have time for myself to do comedy on Fridays. So I have a family, and whatever their decision is first is what I have to do. Because for 7 years, my decisions were first. I'm going here. I'm going there. And here's my wife and my daughter is stuck. At least now I give everybody the opportunity. If they want to hang, they can hang. When my daughter said she was going to Great Adventure on Saturday, I go, that's one down. What does my wife want to do? Does she want to go out to dinner? She's like, no, I'm not going to be able to eat. I got no teeth and I can't drink because of the pain pills. I'm going around the corner to my girlfriend's house, you know, one of the neighbors, and I'll come back later. That's what made me go over there. Now, I don't know if people understand the process of stand-up comedy. Again, number one, you don't pull up to an open mic in a Maserati. That's number one. And number two, it's not the world of glamour. And then for 6 or 7 years, we bang it out in places that you wouldn't take your fucking mother to. I mean, granted, the dojo is nice, but you've been in some holes late night that are fucking shitholes. I saw one the other night when I was in the city. I was just walking up the corner to meet the car, and I'm like, this is the comedy club I hear about? This is a fucking dump. I wouldn't come here. But that's where you perform at first. And all of a sudden, somebody takes you on the road, you end up somewhere, and you're in front of 3,500 people in the theater. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And then you get into a bigger theater, and now you're back on your own doing comedy. What I'm trying to say is there's no cameras around. There's no cameras around. When you add camera to stand up, it's a different animal. And some people could rise to the occasion, And some people can't, like myself. But I'm honest enough to say that. I don't like a camera. Because to me, I still see a brick wall, a microphone, and 200 people. And smoke. I don't see what everybody else sees. Everybody, oh my God, this theater. I don't give a fuck. It's 4 fucking walls and a fucking exit, and you could get shot in here like the people at Batman. Okay? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not impressed. You want to impress me, motherfucker? Take the wheel, okay? So that's where I'm coming from. But people don't know the journey. And now we have a different thing in comedy, and that's called corporate world. So before you read the stuff about Theo Von and what happened, that he bombed, I want you to think of corporate world when you're an edgy comic and how they'll tell you along the way, yes, 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 until you get closer to the date, and then they change the game plan on you. And now you feel a little weird. And I'm not saying this happened to Theo. Listen, people have bad nights in comedy all the fucking time. I'm the king of them. I'm not ashamed to say it, but at least I'll tell you. Don't blow smoke up my, that's the greatest. Don't make me fucking poke you in the eye. Because you need glasses. I was on that stage. I think the corporate, I know I couldn't handle it. I mean, you were there with me for the Degenerates. Was that normal to you? Was that fucking normal to you? Hold on. I've been writing for 8 months. Writing for 8 months to get this material out of my head, and you're telling me that camera 1 isn't working. The fuck? Stand over here so this camera could get you as you're going, bitch, I just want to get on stage and say, oh, hold on 1 second. Microphone 3 went down. I want you to polish those emotions for a second. What's something that you love to do? Maybe have sex. And all of a sudden somebody stops and says, did I ever tell you the story about my brother got hit with a car? Well, you know, you might as well, I might as well put my dick away because this ain't going to even work after this fucking story. That's what that is. You know, we're living in a world now. You think these podcasts, I could come on here and say what I want to say anymore? You guys ever wake up in the morning and this podcast is 28 or over?
Oh, yeah.
We're living in a corporate world, and some people could work well in it, and some people can't, and most people can't, especially comics. They don't know what they're going to say. They don't know what comes out of their mouths. When we're up there and we're dying and you got a gun to my head, I could either do good or fucking do bad. You know, when we went to Florida, that was a tough night for you. That's 8,000 eyes, and you fucking came through. But I want you to think about that. You went up on stage in front of 8,000 eyes. If I would have told you that before you went on stage, that's like calling you Lee SWAT. You know what I'm saying? Like,
some people do that, though.
Eyes.
People will come up to you right before a show like that, but like a lot of people, huh? People do that.
They want to shit in your pants in your leg. I don't want to run with people who piss on your leg. There's a time to piss on people's legs. There's a time not to piss on people's legs.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't want to know what's out there either.
No.
I don't need to know. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I sell out or not. I'm there to do comedy. That's where we all get it wrong. You're there to fucking be funny for an hour. So the more shit you eliminate, you said something to me before that you eliminate stuff. I said, we were talking about a subject, and you said that was smart of you, that you've eliminated that. It's like when I got into comedy, I knew I wasn't going to be on Letterman or The Tonight Show. Out! Out! I'm not going to work that clean. But Joey, listen, by the time I get to go where I'm going, there'll be a different platform. That's exactly what happened.
Right.
Some people do good. I can't fucking do something. I know for the Riyadh Comedy Festival, bro, it's a country that fucking, if you don't wear a barker, they throw you in jail for 15 fucking years. Right? If you don't put that thing around your face, right? If they catch you doing something, it's a fucking nightmare. So you think they're going to let me go over there and talk about, we'll probably be happy if I do my gay bits. Because they hate gay people, right? If you're gay, they kill you over there. I mean, they don't even play.
Right.
You can't show up with a pelican on your shirt. Like, you know, they'll just stab you. That shit is done. They don't even tolerate, it's amazing. Boom, bam, they'll stab you. You got to keep your language certain. That was very beautiful. Thank you. I enjoyed your meal dearly. That shit, it's amazing. Boom, they'll stab you right on sight. They don't even want that starting. That's spreading. So what do you think they're going to say to me on stage? What can I really talk about? You can't talk about religion. Can't talk about a lot of things. You know what? If I take the money, I'm going to do bad. If I take that money, Lee might do a lot better. But for me, I'm going to take that money and just go there knowing I'm going to bomb. I'm in Hudson County. I didn't show up anywhere to lose. Even if I lost, I didn't show up to lose. You have to, when you get into situations, you have to make your life easier. Right now, I wouldn't have known what to do if I was Theo on Saturday night. There was 4 people talking to him at one time, telling him what, and with shit that doesn't matter. When you're shooting something, you want to give somebody as much content as you want, as I can, because you could always cut it out. I can't add it. I can't be in the green room going, fuck. I wish I would have had a cut from the side. Look how beautiful that stage is. Look at the lighting. I should have fucking taped myself in the back smoking a joint with Lee before I go up there and Lee kicks me in the ass as I'm going up. But you learn. I'd rather do it because I can always take it out.
Right, absolutely.
But I can't hunt it down. What am I going to rent the theater, put extras and kick you on the... No. So let's shoot it. So I understand that. But we do that maybe later. We do that in between shows.
Go early for it.
Let's get that one in the tank.
Yeah.
When I'm shooting a special, the first one is the one you're going for. And if you bomb, fuck it. I got late show. And you saw it. I bombed. I bombed them, both of them. But the first show when I taped the special, bombed.
Are you talking about Netflix?
No, the one I did in Chicago with
Oh,
you.
in Chicago.
First one I did bombed. The first little thing I laid down, there was a guy, I was agitated. Then they told me how to darken my hair, that the camera, they spray painted my fucking bald spot. I need this shit. I just want to crack a few fucking jokes.
Would you, I think you've talked about it, like, would you just like to just be filmed without like your knowledge and that be put up?
I'd rather that happen if I did stand up. But again, if you're going to show up on an iPhone 14, and the only reason I know it's 17 because my phone fell out the other day and some guy's like, look, that's an old iPhone. I go, I buy a new one when they fucking break. But I'm going to go down there like the rest of the masses. But I heard the camera's badass.
Yeah.
It jumps up and down. Yeah, so, when I'm ready to drop 1,800 now.
Is it really? Holy shit.
And they don't even let you pay it. They make you finance it, right?
No, you can pay it.
Yeah, they want the monthly. That's a lot of dough for. I don't even give a fuck anymore. I don't have Facebook on there. I don't have Twitter either. I got Instagram. That's it. Text messages and people call. There's nothing else I use on here. Nothing. All these apps. I don't know nothing. I got Uber once in a while. I got Lexus. I got fucking Whoop.
They have flip phones.
They have what?
They have flip phones with apps now.
Well, this is the shit. You got to eliminate all this shit. This is garbage. But you do need it. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do? You do need it. If again,
$1,800.
$1,800 to talk to people before you even get the party started.
Dude, fuck that. That's too much.
Dog, that's the world we live in. And everybody goes down there and pays them. It's like a superhero movie. The more you go, the more these phones are going to keep making.
I paid $1,200 a year ago, and I thought that.
Bro, when they told me when I got this one and T-Mobile, because no Sprint no more.
Right.
Because I show up to Sprint, like, we don't even know what you're talking about. We handle fucking bicycles now, I don't even know what you're talking about. No, you got to go to T-Mobile. I went to T-Mobile, very nice, but again, they're like, you got to do this, and this one's already starting to fuck up. Like it charges really fast. Like the other night, my phone died, and I didn't give a fuck about nobody calling me. I was in the city. All I wanted was to find out what was going on in my daughter Great Adventure. Because I had a bad feeling that night. That one of those horror buildings would fall down or something like that. And I got to go down there and search through the rubble. So I fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I can't imagine you searching through the rubble.
Oh my God. And I got in the car. It was just me and this guy, Bob, one of the best limo drivers I've ever had in my fucking life. He was great because he told me first he was from South Broomfield. No, the other town I live close to. Not Broomfield, fucking Brunswick. I just kept calling him South Brunswick. On the way, I'm like, listen, on the way back, we're going to go to fucking the strip club right there. Just me and you. He's like, that's okay. He goes, I'm 20 minutes from here. I'm like, all right. He was cool as shit.
That's
Dynamite. He
awesome.
stopped at Starbucks for me. He stopped at the ATM. He goes, let's stop at the ATM. You need cash? No, let's do it. Boom. Got cash. We shot into the fucking city. He was right there. And then my phone died. He's like, I'll go get you a cord. I'm like, you're a bad motherfucker. If I didn't have teeth missing, I'd suck your dick. You know what I'm saying? How do you know, cocksucker? You got some old hag one night, you little dirty bastard. 2:30 in the morning, you're looking around the bar. There's a lady winking at you with a missing tooth. You gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You go over there, put a piece of cotton in it. But it's just, I saw that special taping of.
Yeah, this started as a message to Theo.
So what?
I said this started about a message about Theo.
About Theo.
Yeah, and
that's what I'm
ended
saying,
with
that-
sucking someone's dick.
That, it was just, I was there, and it wasn't what you people are reading at all. I mean, I'm worried about him like everybody else is, but at the same time, I know this motherfucker. He's from the Bayou of Louisiana. He ain't going nowhere. It's just, stand-up is tough, guys. I've been telling you this shit for years. People gave me shit for 3 years, and I told people, the commitment level for stand-up is something like, I've never seen anything like this. I'm on my 34th year, and if I could go out 3 or 4 nights a week, I would. It's just the driving that kills me. My back would die. It's not just going to the comedy store anymore, downhill. You know what I'm saying? It was 13 minutes for me to get to the comedy store.
Right.
It's an hour before I get the party started. But it's calling me back now little by little, and I feel better about it because I got all that corporate shit out of my world. I'm not in LA no more. I don't have to appease anybody. I do what the fuck I want to do. Even the sponsors on here, YouTube, whatever. I'm in an age where I already went to prison. My family left the country that was fucking communist. So you want me to obey your fucking stupid rules of no cursing or whatever? Write me off. I'll find the channel that lets us do whatever the fuck we want to. But this new world order, you take a bigger paycheck so people could tell me what to do. The reason why we got into comedy is not to have a job. Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about that? We got into comedy so we didn't have to get up like 15 billion other people in the world 8 in the morning and go to a job because somewhere in our demented fucking minds, we thought we could do better. So think about that shit. This is rough, but it's rougher when somebody's watching you. There's some comics that are born to work clean, and I respect that. Nate Bargatze is fucking great. He's great at what he does. Jerry Seinfeld was great at what he does. But there's other guys like myself and other comedians, they go off the fucking rails. And you know what? That's fine fucking too. Because at the end of the day, every single comedian you watch is a little fucking crazy. You just don't see it because you're so, oh my God, they're so great. No, we're not great. We're crazy, demented fucking people. So, and that's me included. I don't want you to think like, that's me included. Somewhere along the line, we said, you know what? I'm going to go to college for 4 years. I come from a nice family. Nobody ran away in my family. I'm Jewish. Now I'm an editor, and now I'm a podcaster. But you know what? I'm taking my college degree, and I'm not picking on you. I'm just telling you what I know.
Right.
I'm taking my college degree and wiping my balls with it. I'm going to go right back into the pit with a bunch of animals every night and people with mental illness and try to get a fucking career. So what does that tell you about the stand-up comics? So before you start pointing at stand-up comics and saying that they give out misinformation, you guys took the stand-up comic too seriously. Everybody is taking everything too seriously.
And I will say, like, Theo is one of the few of your friends. He called me when I was right after we left LA. He called me one day. We just chatted. It was always super sweet to me.
Oh,
and I haven't on everything. I have no idea how he did that night. I've never asked you. It doesn't matter. If you have a bad night, why is that national news? And for anything, imagine
you believe that it was on the front cover of Yahoo. We need to know everything. This is why, again, today, I'm not putting anybody down. I go on these sites some days, and I read one thing and I close it. People always give me shit. You don't post anymore because there's some days I do go on there and I got something great to say that I was laughing in the shower. Like I have something, like I'm coming in there with balls on fire. I'm in the shower, holding on to my stomach. But I will go downstairs, open up a page, and see something that is so far out there. I go, not today. Because I can't solve this. I can't save this. This is what I can't save. All I could say is something funny. And hopefully you react to it. It makes your day. You wake up, you're like, fucking that motherfucker's dirty, man. You know, something to get a reaction of you instead of, I want the fucking Epstein list. Anything but that. But this is what's going on. We've become so uptight that bombing at your Netflix special in front of 3,000 people, not even an arena, not even Madison Square Garden, in front of 3,000 people really matters. And when I say shit, you people think like I'm fucking crazy. I'm not. This is a rough world we live in today. So I get it, motherfuckers. We got to laugh more. We got to fuck more. We got to start drinking again because this motherfucker could end any goddamn day. Hug your loved ones every day. Look at it. Every day you hear something stupid. Kim Jong-un fired a missile into the ocean. The Russian dude, you know. They bombed. What do you think? What do you think about when Israel bombed that country with the bunkers and all that shit? You think they're sitting there rebuilding right now? They got pictures of Americans all over those walls, and Jews and Puerto Ricans and Arabs with beards. They got revenge, and you're walking around thinking it's fun. That's why I was nervous about Great Adventure. Because, dog, they're coming. This is not ending good. I don't mean to scare you motherfuckers, but it's a reality. It's a fucking reality. So next time you go to your Jason Aldean country music concert and you're jumping up and down thinking we're in good hands, Remember what happened in Vegas? They were jumping up and down too. And they got shot from the fucking window. It's a weird fucking world out there. I love you motherfuckers. Have a great, I don't even know if the guy's Jason Aldean. I don't even know who that is. I thought he was a country singer. I'm just saying, it's the truth. It's the fucking truth. This is why I hug everybody every goddamn day. Any day now, we're getting hit with a missile. Especially you motherfuckers that live in New York City, walking around, jumping up and down. Lee with the Jew hat. Lee's gonna have to get a disguise after November. If that Mondani wins, he's done. Lee, him and his girlfriend will be wailing out of New York City because they're gonna come to your apartment and beat you up, and then kick you out, and you're gonna be socialist. Mondami. It's gonna be little Cuba and shit. And right now, even Black Lives Matter, Eric Griffin, whatever his fucking name is, Eric Adams dropped out.
Those are two very different people.
Who?
Eric Griffin and...
Well, it's a mistake. You know who Eric Adams is? He's your fucking mayor in New York City.
Yeah, but my life isn't affected. Why do you think the mayor's going to make that much of a difference?
Will somebody please tell this idiot what's going on in New York? Because this other guy's a socialist.
I know that.
He wants to start bodegas. He hates Jews, okay? That's number one.
He hates Jews?
Well, you have to assume. I mean, right now at this point, everybody hates the Jews, Lee. If the right now, everybody, they blame everything on the fucking Jews. That's not everything. Somebody lit a firecracker in New Jersey, that's a Jew. You know, it's been bad for the Jews. It's a bad couple of years. We get it. But, yeah, it's been a bad couple of years. You're getting bad
really has. Thank you for noticing.
What?
Thank you for noticing it.
You know I love you. I got nothing against you. No love against you. But, I mean, you know, it's true. So I don't know what's going to happen in the world. But the most important thing is to crack a joke. Who gives a fuck if a comedian bombs? With what's really going on in the world, you give a fuck about a comedian bombing on his Netflix special like it's going to change your goddamn life? Not at all. So where are you going to be this week, Tarzan?
I'm going to be at the Dojo on Wednesday night.
All right.
And I'm going to be at Sheba's on Thursday night this week.
All right. I'm not going to be nowhere till I come back. I'm October 8th, but that's already sold out. That's chicken stuff. We got to give them the truth. 15th at the Dojo Comedy. And the 23rd is the Bucket of Love at the Dojo Comedy. And then November 8th is a biggie. DC, what's the name of it? MGM Grand. What is it? MGM Grand in Oxon Hill. 20 minutes from the fucking White House. I'll have my fucking bulletproof John Wick outfit on down there because a missile might come fucking flying through. So 20 minutes we're going to be performing. That also pisses me off.
Why?
When they told me, I thought I was doing comedy like, an hour from the nation's capital. We need that much money that we need to gamble in Washington, D.C.? And here, I'm not political, but I'm just asking you a question. 20 minutes from the White House, Maryland needs that much money that they got gambling? 20 minutes. Is nothing sacred? And that means I get a hooker 20 minutes from the White House. When does it fucking end? Nah, forget about that. November 8th. That's all they need to know. Focus one at a time, cocksuckers. We love you. Have a great week. Lee, send them some love.
Love you guys.
Love you. Stay black, all right? Have a great week. And we'll be back next Tuesday, the 8th. What's happening, beautiful people? Uncle Joey here. Listen, your gut has a massive impact on how you feel each and every day. Bioma keeps things in tip-top shape so you can feel your best no matter what life throws your way. Bioma's blend of prebiotics plus probiotics plus postbiotics helps restore healthy microbiomes. Now you're going to want to give Bioma a try and get things sorted down there. Listen, I went on it about 4 weeks ago. I feel tip-top magoo, all right? I go to the bathroom. I don't feel sluggish anymore. So if your gut is full of the wrong bacteria, get Bioma and get it together, Jack. Listen, it's not just about a smooth, regular digestion. Your gut can mess with your hormone levels, energy, weight management, and even lifespan. Take 15% off your Bioma order to get started. Just click the link in our show notes and press in code Joey, Joey. That's code Joey, Joey, for 15% off your order when you click the link in our show notes. I want to thank Bioma for sponsoring us. They got a great product.